Hello. Hang on just a second. Let me get my laptop set up here. Okay, there we are. Hi, my name is Wendy Keys Turnbull, and I am an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. And today is this is my regular Wednesday Facebook Live. And hang on a second, because somehow my volume didn't get turned off. There we go. Okay, so I am doing a fun fold card called an Interlocking Fancyfold, which I cased from a video that I was watching recently. It's a video from last year from Jennifer McGuire, and she had Gina K designs on. So here we go. If you're watching, please make sure that you say something, post a little hello or whatever you want in the comments so that I know that you're here. And once I have 15 people, if I have 15 different people comment, then tomorrow I will draw a prize patrol and somebody will win something. Hi, Kathy. I thought you might be here. Okay, so let me, first of all, I need to tell you guys that there are some amazing new things coming in the online exclusives, and I will let you know. I think they must be available at the beginning of March. I just pre-ordered a bunch of stuff, so we'll be working with that in March. But lots of new things, and the new annual catalog will come out at the beginning of April, but I'll be getting it in March when I go to Onstage, our yearly convention. So, okay, I'm going to flip you around, I'm going to put you down, and we're going to get right started. Hang on just a second. Keeps flipping back and forth. There we go. All right, let's see where I'm at here. Let's get this moved over. See if I can get it to, I guess it's going to have to do, hang on, I'm going to lift you up a little bit. My husband and I had a chore errand to run, so we went out and had dinner, so I'm running a little behind here. So, all right, let's see here. So this is the new, this is not the new host code, this is the old host code. I will be posting the new host code. Hang on a second, let me just write it down here real quick. It is PCA. Whoops, that's a mess. My head just looked because my dog just pushed aside the curtain and looked in at me with a ball in his mouth. 3TXH, and that is good until March 2nd. All right. So that is the new host code PCAH3TXH. And if you're wondering what the host codes are for, if you order using this host code, then you're on the, well, let's call it a party. It would be my workshop for the next month, for the following month. So this one's good until March 2nd because that's the last day of my workshop. And if you order $30 or more before tax and shipping, you automatically will get a to-go kit or you can come to for free the workshop. So that's why we use host codes. They are going to be going away at some point, but for now they're still here. So, okay, I'm going to put you up just a little so I'm not bending over while I'm working or putting me up. Okay, so the card, the Interlocking Fancyfold card. This is the sample that I made. This I used sketched butterflies. This is an annual catalog stamp set and dies. And some paper that I made myself, some like designer series type paper that I made with ink and just kind of different techniques. So this is how it interlocks. There's the inside, thinking of you. Just kind of slides in there. Put my little butterflies on. So this is using Shy Shamrock for the background, black for the mats, and very vanilla. And then, like I said, these are designer series type papers that I created myself using the inks and some different techniques. Okay, so for the card that I'm going to make today, I'm going to use Faith Collection, and I'm going to use Highland Heather, Lemon Lolly, and Pebble Path. So the first thing I need is a base, and the base is going to be 5.5 by 10 3/4. This is an 11-inch sheet of paper, so I'm going to cut off 3/4. Or I'm going to cut off 1/4. Sorry. Let me do it this way. It's easier. To have 10 3/4. Okay. Then it needs to be scored at 1 5/8 and 3 1/4 from each edge. So 1 5/8. It's just 2 tick marks above 1 1/2, 3 1/4, and then I'll turn it around and I'll do the same thing on the other side. 1 5/8 and 3 1/4. Okay, hi Aunt Bev. Just starting, so you're right on time. Okay, so we're making this card, in case you didn't see it. We're not making this card, but this style. So it's called an Interlocking Fancyfold. Whoops. And you didn't really have to do this part, but I kind of liked doing that too. All right, so I've already cut these pieces, but I will tell you about the dimensions. So this is going on the inside here, and I did wrong. No, I didn't. There we go. I did 5 by 3 3/4, and this is 4 7/8 by 3 5/8. So I just have a tiny little 16th inch border all the way around the edges. And then these two will be for the outside, and the smaller one that goes on the bottom, so let me show you on here. This is this one. Is the mat is 2 3/8 by 3 3/8, and the top part is 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. So again, just a 1/16 of an inch border. And then the larger one, which goes on the top here, is 2 7/8 by 3 7/8 for the mat, and 2 3/4 by 3 3/4 for the piece that we're going to be using on the top. So let me just get these parts assembled. Let me get this in here first. We'll do it that way. Okay. So start by assembling all of our mats to our front pieces. Oops, get that off of there before it ruins my spot. I'll worry about it later. It wasn't very good, but it'll work. Okay, so this one goes on this one. Like so, there we go. And then that's going in the very center. The card. This is the part you'll see when it's open. And typically, I would stamp before I assembled. But I'm not going to be doing stamping on these actual pieces. Well, I will be on this one, on the inside, but I'm not, the rest of them I'm not going to be stamping on them. I'm just going to be adding things to them. So let's get this. Oh, let's see, there's some adhesive there. All right. So this is going to leave about a 1/4 inch, slightly more than a 1/4 inch around it. All right, and then let's go ahead and do these parts. So you're going to fold in towards the center on the 3 1/4 fold, and then you're going to fold back out onto itself on the 1 5/8. Same on both sides. Hi, Collie. All right. So there's that part. All right, let's go ahead and put these two together too. So I was getting more into using glue instead of tape, but it just, for today, just felt like a tape kind of day. Okay. Are you guys good with the amount of time I take on these Wednesdays? I see a lot of people that I like to watch on video do long videos, sometimes an hour, sometimes 2 hours. And I tend to not want to sit down and take the time to watch the whole thing. So I will either speed it up to double time while I'm watching it, or I will just skip through it and look for the parts I might need. So I try, because that's how I feel, I try to keep the time limit to no more than half an hour or 45 minutes at the most. Just wondering if that's good with you guys, or if you would prefer longer videos or maybe even shorter videos. Okay, so what's going to happen here, this first one, I'm going to line up with the top of this inside, but I also want to center it so there's like the same amount on the top and the side here. And I'm just going to put tape here on one edge and a little bit in from that edge to hold it. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to put it down here. Make sure that it's lining up with the top of that, because I don't want a little bit of showing there. I don't want that to show when the card is open. So we want to make sure that we get up there. That's good. Or when the card is closed, I mean, I don't want any of this sticking out above it. And then on the other side, we're going to go down here and about the same distance from the top, bottom and side as we had on the top and side here. So, but we need to be careful. We don't want to go over too much with this, because we want this one to interlock with it. So there we go. Make sure there's no tape. Nope, there's not. Good. All right. So there's our interlocking mechanism. Now we're going to decorate. And I'm gonna, like I said, I'm going to make an Easter card, because I don't do Valentine's. We don't really celebrate, my husband and I don't really celebrate Valentine's, so I don't bother. So you like the amount of time that I'm spending. Okay, good. Thanks. Hi, Nilla. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and decorate it. I should put this up here so you guys can put it over here. So this is the sample card that I made. And this is what we're making now. All right, so I'm going to use the crosses, and I forgot to get ink out. Let me get a Highland Heather, and I might use the Public Path. Let me grab the Public Path, which I can't grab because it's still in a box from this past weekend. So, oh, and I will need lemon lolly too. Let me just hang on a second. Bear with me. There it is. That was easy. Right in the first one I opened. Okay. So, first thing I'm going to do, I need to grab a couple of pieces. Lemon lolly. Here, a couple of scraps of lemon lolly. All right, let's do the inside first. And we're going to do that in lemon lolly, tone on tone. Oh, good. I'm glad you all are happy with the time I'm spending. I didn't want to, if you're like me, you don't have a lot of time to sit and watch videos like that, I say, as I spend half my day on Facebook. But, okay, so for this inside here, we're just going to put this a shadow. And I probably should have stamped it off, but I'm not too worried about it. Oh, that didn't work, only because of where I was sitting it. Okay, let's try that again. See what I can do here to line it up. Excuse my head for a second. See if I can get it lined up pretty well. Too bad I put that on there, huh? Because if I hadn't, I could have just flipped it over and used the other side. No, that's not too bad. It's a little off, but it'll do. The usual Wendy original kind of thing, you know? Okay. That's that piece. And then we might as well finish the inside. And this does not come with a Happy Easter. And I think I'm going to go ahead and use a Happy Easter from my storybook friends. Because I know there's a Happy Easter greetings. So we'll use Easter greetings. I'm going to be using this set for one of the March cards, for one of the March workshop cards. So that's all right. I think I'm going to go ahead and do this in the Pebbled Path pink, right in the middle there. About here. There. So now the inside of the card is done. Let me just clean this. Whoops. All right, so let's go on to decorating the outside, the front of our card. So first thing we're going to do, I'm going to set that under there. So, all right, so we're going to take the wooden looking cross. And I'm not sure if that, the design on here definitely does not match up to the design on there. So I'm trying to decide if I want to just do the cross or if I want to stamp it and cut it out with this. So let me just give it a little thought here. I think I'm going to stamp it. I'm going to stamp it. That was good. Hi, Annette. Good to see you. Good morning. All right. How early in the morning is it, Annette? Okay. All right, so that's the start on that one. And then the next one is going to be just cut out here, or you know what? I think I might do it. I was thinking about doing it in an ombre, but that's too much work. So I think I will stamp it in Highland Heather on 11:20 a.m. Not too bad. Not too bad. I'm going to stamp it on here using this ink. Yes, okay. And I'm gonna need this again, but I'm gonna close it for now. And let's get these two cut out. Whoops. Oh goodness. I believe I used a small enough piece of paper that I can use my mini. I know, me too. I always have the inks on my fingers. Should have seen me after the workshops this weekend because I had 4 to-go kits to do. So I did 1 a day on Saturday and Monday and 2 on Sunday. And I just could not keep my fingers out of the ink. Okay, let's get that one done first. Hi, Tammy. Good to see you. Tammy, I haven't seen you in a while, and I have a prize or two for you that I need to get to you. So one of them is, so you won one of the prize patrols, and you had that kit that you were going to do when you came to the kit together, and then you couldn't come to the kit together. So I decided to give you that as your prize. So that's been sitting here waiting for you. So yes, a busy weekend. That's what I do, and that is I do my my workshops 3 days of a weekend each month. So it's on Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So everybody can come and work comfortably without having to wait for people to finish with things and things like that. And I tend to have between typically between 4 and 5 here on Saturday, and usually 6 to 8 on Sunday, and then 3 or 4 on Monday. This was a very, very slow month. I had 2 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday, and 1 on Monday. So, but it was nice because we got to sit and chat. So it was very nice. I'll put this one down here. And I'm going to put this one up here, and then I'm going to do some flowers. So actually, I think I'm going to put this one, I put it there. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that one there. And actually, I could put that one there and put this one up here. Nah, let's just do this like this. Okay, let's pop these first. It's also lots of fun. I really enjoy those weekends. I really enjoy getting to see everybody once a month and spend time chatting, and I love what I do. On a Tuesday during the day, so it's mostly retired people, correct? And that I have a lot of the women that come are retired, but I have a few that still work full-time jobs, so it makes it easier for them to have, choices. Okay, I am going to put that one there. So for this one, I don't want anything over here because it needs to be able to flip under there. Yes, it is. I love it. Very rewarding. I don't think I'll ever get sick of it because it's nice to be able to be creative and, come up with ideas, even if I case some. Sometimes I come up with my own ideas. Sometimes things just suddenly come to me and I think, oh, I'd like to do that. Okay, so there's that part. Now, let's move on to some flowers. I'm going to put some flowers on the crosses. Is that clean? Yes, okay. And then I'm going to put some flowers by themselves. It's nice that we have things to cut them out. Oh, a frond. I didn't realize there was a frond. Let's do the frond too. And this one. And get all of these out. We're going to need words. We've got Happy Easter on the inside. I want He is risen and God is love. Use both of those. I'll do those first. Wow. So you have twin boys that are 16 right now? Wow. Can't even imagine. We have I'm also 64, but I'll be 65 in June, and I have a 35-year-old daughter and a 33-year-old daughter, or almost 36 and almost 33, actually. All right, let's do these in a row, and I'll find a strip to put them on. That'll be easier. Okay. Somewhere here. Here we go. This little lemon lolly strip, and we're going to use the Highland Heather ink. And my people are all ages. There is one girl who was coming. She's going to college right now, but when she's done with that, she'll probably be back. She is probably in her early 20s. And then my Aunt Bev, who's on here right now, so I won't tell you how old she is, but she's older than that. Right, Aunt Bev? Okay, let me make that a little evener, a little more even. I'm just going to put them up here, right side by side. I just have to have them close cropped. This could be an even thinner piece. Do I have any thinner pieces in here? I do not, because I typically wouldn't keep anything thinner than this. So. All right. All right, that's a little better. Okay. I think I need to re-ink that. I really wanted it to be darker, but that's okay. It'll work. Hi, Deb. Well, you're here. You didn't miss a whole lot. You can catch it on the replay. Okay, and now I'm going to make these, well, first I'm going to trim them down because I don't like all that space above them and below them, so. Oh, that's the wrong one, silly me. Okay, there's one. It's a little bit crooked, but I think it's okay. Oops, that's a little too far down. Hopefully I won't cut the H off. Nope. Okay, good. All right, now, because they're so small, I'm going to cut them again. Actually, you know what? I think I'll use purple, the Highland Heather. Sorry, I'll just cut them down. All right, it's Highland Heather, yes. Okay, so how wide are these? Oh, about a 1/4 inch. So let's cut off a 1/4 inch. Because I want it to be a little sturdier, being that it's gonna overlap. Like these are, I should have put an extra piece underneath there so they were a little sturdier. So what we're gonna do, glue these to this. And which side? This side. Please, glue, come out. Practicing to make it easier on my hands. Oops, there we go. Ugh, and then I drop it on my paper, of course. Okay, get that one on there. Okay, and now we'll just trim them down. Callie, you're 60. Oh, did you just turn 64? Because you were a year behind me in school, right? And I'm going to be 65 in June, so. Okay, there we go. So now, and I am going to edge these so they stand out a little bit. One. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's why. So you just missed the cutoff, or you would have been in my class, probably. Okay, so we are going to make this go right here like this. Maybe a little bit more over. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue it here. I'm just going to glue it to this cross. Oh, I wanted God is love to be first. Oh well, that's all right. We'll put God is love up here. And then he is risen. That'll work. Okay. And actually, I'm going to center this one more on the cross. Like this. I could have just put it right in the middle of the cross. It doesn't really have to interlock. Everything else is interlocking. Okay. God is love. He is risen. And then we'll do some flowers. We'll do some, I'm going to have to pull in a green. Is this clean? Probably not. Let's throw them up here for now and clean them later. I think Lost Lagoon would be the best color of green for this. And put it on here, on the yellow. No, I'm gonna put it on a white. Change my mind. Will that fit in there? Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna put this here. I'll do a couple of them, just in case I want to use 2 of them. I'll have 2 of them. Okay. Wow. Yeah, 10 days. Yep. So I waited till I was 28 to have my first baby. Part of that was because my first husband didn't want kids. So, okay, so now, you know what? I think I'm going to do these lilies on white too, because I just think it'll show them more. And then I can do some purple and some yellow. All right. Let's take that. Oops, so much for this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put them on here. Okay. It's too bad they don't have a fill-in for them, but that's okay. And then I'm going to do some yellow ones. And I think I might want to color these a little bit with markers, or maybe I can barely even see the yellow ones. So let's get these cut out and then I'll figure out what to do with them. Okay. The one thing I don't like about this is it doesn't really have a way to see the stem to see if you're cutting in the proper position. But we'll see what happens. It doesn't have. So I bought this magnetic Miracle Mat or Magic Mat, but it's longer than the base plates. So I have to be careful to make sure I have everything where it's supposed to be. Let's get these flowers. And this one. Let's see, how does that go? Not like that. Ooh, that's tough. How do you go? Yes, like that. It was right the first time. Okay, let's get these cut out. And we'll go from there. Oh, it worked. Good. Okay, and this one. I'll take a guess. These guys. Make sure I have it on there. Oh, see, I didn't have it all the way on there because, whoops, that one didn't cut all the way out. So I'm going to do that again, and I think I'll skip the second yellow one. I'll just do the little bitty yellow ones. I don't worry about them. The nice thing about having it cut halfway is you can put it back in the grooves and not worry about it. If I move that up, well, I'll probably have to adjust it if I move it up though. All right, let's see if I can get this one lined up. There we go. Okay. Make sure those stay where I want them. Okay. Second one of those. You can tell this mat is new. You can see every indentation in it. Okay, let me just do one thing. I'm allowing I think I'd rather use blends than Stampin' Right markers. You can do a lot more with the blends. So, all right. So what I want to do is I want to put just a little bit of purple in here. Oh, this is not a good marker. It's not fresh. It's pretty dried out. Wow, I'm surprised. Guess I haven't used it enough. Very, very dried out. I wonder if the other end is too. Yep, okay, well, I'm either going to have to buy new ones or I'm going to have to regenerate those. We'll worry about that later. Lemon Lolly, I know it's fine. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm going to put a little color, add a little something to them. I'll go all the way up to the end. You know, this would look really pretty if you embossed it with the purple. You know how you put the Versamark on your stamp first and then you put the ink color on and emboss it with clear powder. It would work much better doing that. I'm going to go ahead and use these. I'm going to just color this whole thing in with that little bit of purple in the middle that I left there. That kind of works, actually. I know you guys probably can't see it that well. I will show it to you up close in a minute. So, it would have been better if I'd done it on white. Can you see that? Anyhow, would have been better if I'd done it on white. And I think I might redo it on white after, oops. And make sure, when you're putting it together, make sure that this goes over that flap. Otherwise, it kind of defeats the whole idea. There we go. So what I want to do, I'm going to make these, where did these go? Well, actually, let me put some flowers on this first, just so. A little bit of glue, I think. There we go. Put that in here, like so. And then I'm going to put these, I'm going to pop those. So, well, I think I can do it with a whole one. See if that show? No, it does not. Good. And let's cut a little piece off the edge here for the other one. Piece off this edge. And there we go. Okay. And let's put that like that. See, it's too much yellow. I'm going to redo that in white, but I won't take up your time. I'll just post a picture of it when it's done. We're going to put these up here like so, and then we're going to put this little flower at the corners. So I'm just going to tack these together. Kathy lost the link. I hope you got back, Kathy. I got one just cut it up as real cheap. Okay. And it's a good idea to not buy new until the new catalog. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and put this on. Like so. And then we're going to put these here, but I'm not going to put those on because I am going to stick them on, actually. I'm going to stick them on with a dimensional because that will come right off. And then when I redo it, I will post the picture of it and show it to you. Whoops. It's one dimensional. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Probably like that, so the dimensional would go on this side. Okay. But like I said, I'm going to redo these flowers on white. All right, so I just want that to flip over there. I don't like the way that looks, though. Okay, we'll just let it, the corner of it, flip over there. So it's going to open like that. Goes under, tucks in. There you have it. All right, so that's it. So it's been 42 minutes, about 41 because I came on a minute later too. I'm going to redo these in white with the Highland Heather and the Lemon Lolly, and I will post on this video with it the changes. So I will show you. Let me see. Let me flip you back up. You can look at my ceiling for a minute while I flip you back to me. Okay. Oops, let me put you back down here. I love that I have, thank you, Annette. I have watched a few of yours, Annette, and I really like the things that you're doing too. So, like I said, I'm going to redo this and I'm going to post the updated one when I'm done. I'm going to do it right away. So it'll be on here. Watch for it. Remember at the beginning, I mentioned that there's some really great new online exclusive items coming out that I just pre-ordered a whole bunch of stuff for the March card class. So I can't wait for you to see it. When I get the stuff next week sometime, probably I will come on and open the box and show you guys what I've got. There's a lot of neat new stuff coming down the line. So make sure that you're watching regularly and looking at this page for updates on things. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching and happy stamping. I'll see y'all next week. Bye-bye.